Right, so we stayed in a Days Inn at Dixon, which was... Annoyingly, I realised that I'd lost my British iPhone 3, the one that I used to call family in the UK. I think I dropped it in the Mercury capsule that I tried out in the Space Centre. We contacted the Space Centre, so I'm hoping, firstly, that it's there and that they can find it. So we'll see what they say. But that's a bit of a low jinx. There are lots of people begging by the side of the road. There was someone begging for gas. We are now heading into Memphis.
Yes, I think this is the outskirts of Memphis. Some houses. People walking in the road again. Not sure what that means, but you don't get it everywhere. But where you do get it, you seem to get a lot of it.
This is a desirable spot.
Ooh, that's nice.
I wonder if anyone here thinks Elvis is still alive. So that's a quick shop. The reason The Simpsons had Quickie Marts is because Quickie Mart's almost a satire on what almost all of these things are called. But Memphis is known for its own style of barbecue. We're here. They seem to be spraying steam to cool people down. Okay, have a look. Oh wow, look at this. The internet recommended this place above.
As it should have.
Yeah, so we've travelled quite a long way.
What did you think you wanted to have today?
Well, something that was voted the #1 in Memphis over and over.
Probably the pork. 2 sandwiches?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a typical thing?
We also serve in the South here coleslaw on the sandwiches.
That sounds good.
So when we get like a half slab of ribs to share, we're also famous for our ribs.
Do you want some?
Yeah, go on, let's get that as well. Right, we're not just travelling, we're also looking for somewhere to live. Is Memphis a good place to live?
Keep moving. There are good places no matter where you go, but there are also really bad places no matter where you go. This is our general manager.
Ah, right.
He's the one that makes the world go round in here.
We have travelled quite far to have basically a pork sandwich.
Well, hopefully we won't disappoint you.
Is Elvis still alive?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Mum.
Unless you want to edit this out and have me say, oh, of course he is. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Now I've got that clip and I just shift that back a bit. Yes, I've never had iced tea before, so I'm going to try some today.
This is the sweet, this is going to be the unsweet, no sugar.
So there's all this stuff and there's just a side of a lot of ribs. So coleslaw has a vegetable in it. Iced tea. That is very sweet.
It's tea soft drinks.
Yes, it is like a tea soft drink. It's like if you put 4 sugars in a cup of tea with no milk and cooled it down. That's what it's like. I'm going to try the unsweetened version now. That's like cold Tetley tea.
I can see why they have sugar. I like plain tea, but I think I want to
Like-
they're going to make it cold.
Okay. That's really good. No, come here. What's this place called? Central Barbecue. Each table has a giant roll of paper towel, and we're finding out why. It's quite messy to eat. Also famous for these ribs, so that's good too. We've done this once before, but you keep your cup. We're going to take these and probably put cider in them. I think they're playing the blues. So we are now leaving, and yes, it was very good. I am so full.
It's not just Confederate flags that live on the back of trucks.
So I asked the fella in the barbecue place, like, what places to live, and he said that within the parkways, I think that's like a ring road, they all have the American flag and not the that southern flag. So I think they're quite comfortable with how everything turned out for them. We're in Midtown, it's west of downtown. School children here do not wear school uniforms. They wear jeans and t-shirts. There's another Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. There's at least one in every city. It's got all industrial now.
That is a cathedral. Block of flats and a Pentecostal church. They have a stadium brought to you by FedEx.
We're on Beale Street, father of the blues, William Christopher Handy. There's lots of establishments to go out in. The parking looks a bit shady here, so I think we're going to go. This is the honour system. I wonder if there's some kind of rule about that. Enter, you see this, and when you exit, you see this. So, what's that about? Hello. So, are you a parking attendant?
Yeah.
Do you own this lot, or? Like, who owns the lot? Someone over there just got pulled over. I think the police are trying to arrest people for parking and... I don't like this. I'm not sure. There's something going on here. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. Train track thing. Don't think I want to be stopped by the police here for some reason. Yeah, I was a bit worried that that parking place didn't have any other cars in it. I might just be saying terrible things about this city. There's lots of unused lots of space around here. It's a safe place for youth. Stop the killing.
That is a Scottish Rite Cathedral. This is the University of Tennessee.
There are police all over the place. I've never seen so many police cars. This must be the safest city in the world. There's another emergency vehicle. They're just going all over the place here.
We're coming up on Graceland. And that is the Heartbreak Hotel.
Parking $10. No, I don't think so.
There's an airplane there, not sure why. I don't know where the actual house is. So, none of these are actually Elvis's house, but there are still some quite nice houses. It looks like we would have had to give them a lot of money. It was $10 just to go in the parking lot, and $36 each for us to take the tour. Elvis is lovely, but I'm not going to pay that amount today. Instead, you get the Graceland neighborhood tour.
I don't know. I'm not really that bothered. We're not going to live in Graceland. This city's just...
I quite liked the pork, but yeah, I don't think I'd probably live here. Chris, what did you think of Tennessee?
Nashville's a city that was working and was active. Memphis is a bit frightening. I didn't feel very comfortable leaving the car here. I didn't fully believe that the parking attendants weren't just people who had turned up asking for $5. But Tennessee, I think people were a bit friendlier. We got to speak to more people in a way that was much harder to do in Alabama. We didn't really find a tech hub. Maybe we should have gone to Chattanooga.
Tennessee is a very long state. We would have spent a lot of time in it if we'd gone to all of its cities.
To the south of the city, some heavy industry. So we are leaving Memphis and actually Tennessee. We're also going to be crossing the Mississippi for the third time. This is the southernmost point that we've crossed it so far.
We'll be going into West Memphis, which is actually in Arkansas.
Goodbye, Tennessee.
Hello, Arkansas.
I don't know why they don't say it Arkansas, seeing it's obviously R and Kansas. There are lots of trucks here. I think this is more than other states for some reason. You'll see that half the vehicles here are trucks. This must be a place that has lots of trucks. That's what I've deduced. That's the science of deduction. I'm very tired. Memphis was stressful. And that's another lorry, and it is very flat here. This is more like the flat Midwest. To those of an American disposition, in British English we call a truck a lorry. L-O-R-R-Y. Sometimes the vending machines are behind bars. We're in Forest City. We're getting a Chinese. Probably shouldn't be eating a lot more today because I ate lots of pork. The hotel's just hilariously bad. But it's really cheap. If we presumably get a good night's sleep, we'll make our way through Arkansas.